Ooh, welcome to today's episode. Today, I'm talking about longing, that pang that comes from the pit of your belly and oscillates from there all the way up through the abdomen into the heart. Seems to stop right at the throat. That's how I experience longing in my body. And being with longing is challenging when uh, the object of your desire is not available to you. And man, is that hard. It's so hard to want something so much and know in the mind that you can't have it. My experience of longing doesn't happen in the brain. The brain does its best to rationalize and convince you that the thing that you desire is not actually what you want, or it'll tell you that you deserve so much more, or this thing that you're longing for that's not available to you is not meant for you. There are so many ways to explain it away, but that pull in the body, that pull that makes you want to do things that the brain disagrees with, um, is so challenging. It digs up all of our old wounds of wanting to be seen and loved and held and desired and to be validated, to be longed by someone in the way that you long for them. Now, for me, I don't. Most of my longing happens in relationship with other humans. Um, my longings for material things are not as pronounced or compelling. At least I don't think. um, because the current longing I'm sitting with is for connection with a particular human, and um, it's so all consuming that maybe I have longed for something, but it in this moment it doesn't feel like I've ever wanted anything or felt such a need to be seen. And this is a hard one to record because it's requiring a lot of vulnerability on my part, and I in the in an effort to make this more of an educational podcast, rather than just well, honestly, I think we can learn from one another and our experiences and how we move through the most challenging moments of our lives. And I started this podcast with an episode on rejection, and that feels a little different than the longing. This longing is familiar to me. It's a feeling of unrequited love. And there's one part of the brain that wants to rationalize it and send it away, and another part of the brain that wants to indulge it and be with fantasy and be with all of the possibilities, and imagine ways of bringing the object of desire into possession. And I'm a new student of Buddhist tradition, but desire is definitely one of the aspects of the human condition that challenges us and brings us to a place of feeling inadequate. Longing is a tricky thing. If you are sitting with longing, just know you're not alone. uh, it can feel like a very lonely experience, but it is one of the human experiences that unites us. This is going to be a short episode because I didn't realize how difficult it would be for me to speak about it. So I'll leave you with this. As I sit with this longing, as I sit with this pang of desire that keeps sneaking up on me, I'll have moments of, oh, I'm over that. I'm totally fine. I'm worthy of love. I am moving towards greater things, you know, finding comfort in self compassionate thoughts like that. But the most important thing is to witness it with kindness and love and self compassion, to hold it, to know that it comes from a place of an old wound. It comes from an old wound. It comes from an old wound. And I mentioned in that first episode on rejection, a relationship with no and being with no and not getting what you want. And that thought, once again, that rejection is divine redirection, does bring me comfort. And if you're sitting with longing or any kind of rejection, I hope that thought brings you some comfort and a little bit of ease. You keep drafting texts, just keep them in your notes or delete them. Whatever you do, don't send them. It is my strong belief that when it's right, it's reciprocated. When it's right, there's a flow, there's an ease. It doesn't feel like such a push. It doesn't feel so heavy. It doesn't feel so draining. It doesn't feel like something you need to escape from. And the other thing I'll say is there's no shame in longing. There's no shame in having a desire for something that you can't have. There's absolutely no shame in it. The best thing you can do, again, is witness it and be with it and sit with it. Notice that sensation in the body. Where does it come up for you? For me, it starts at the sacral chakra and moves all the way up through the throat. It's a visceral pang. So I will leave you with this short practice today. A brief body scan. Notice where you are. Find a comfortable seat. Allow the body to rest in stillness. And whatever emotion you're sitting with today, bring it to mind. Give it a name. Perhaps it's worry, perhaps it's grief, perhaps it's longing. And tune into where that feeling, where that emotion is coming up in your body. Where do you feel it most prominently? When you spot it in the body, just feel into it. This is what I mean by being with the emotion. It's locating it in the body and witnessing it with softness. What does it do when it has your full attention? Take a deep breath in and let it go. And for the next couple of minutes, at your own pace, slowly draw the breath in. Allow the belly to expand, allow the lungs to fill. And when you reach the top of the breath and you feel like you have a full breath, breathe in one last deep breath and let it go. Release it fully. Let the air come out of your lungs. Allow the stomach to contract as you exhale. Take another deep breath in. And release. And as you follow your breath, just notice what's happening to the emotion. Notice how it expands or contracts. Notice how it evolves with your attention. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Rub the hands together, creating a little bit of friction between the palms, creating a bit of warmth. And place the hands over the part of your body where you feel the emotion. And send that space some warmth and some love and kindness and care. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Rest here as long as you need, as long as you like. And when you're ready, allow the eyes to flutter open. Notice the space around you. Let your eyes land on something that brings you comfort. And offer yourself a little bit of love and gratitude for giving yourself this time to care, to give yourself some gentle attention. You're doing great. Have a beautiful day.